feel like the world ended. And I'm the last person alive with my camera. Hello and welcome to another video. If you like travel and food, you are certainly in the right place. On this channel, I embrace the lifestyle choice of going out of your way to try new things and being open to new experiences. Now this video is going to be one of the travel ones. I went to the Joliet Ironworks historic site located in the industrious city of Joliet, Illinois. I had been wanting to do urban exploration for a long time, and this seemed like a legal way of doing it. I'm still a little bit new to YouTube, so I don't really know how it works, but I'm kind of confused at how a lot of the YouTubers on this platform get away with exploring abandoned buildings. When I looked it up, it said that that was illegal and considered trespassing on private property. This place was different though, and I did not come into contact with the law. And I'll explain why in a second. So what exactly is this place? The Joliet Ironworks historic site, it's sort of like a park built around the ruins of an old steel mill. This is why it was legal to go there, because it's like public land. And I went there just kind of hoping to see something interesting. I learned a lot about the place's history while I was there. So let's go and explore with me from the past. The factory first opened up in the year 1869, and it played a key role in supplying the materials to build railways across the country, time zones, freight shipping, even the rise of towns across the Midwest. It all came about because of places like this. The second largest facility of its kind at the time, it produced 2,000 tons of pig iron daily, which is insane. Trail hikers can take their own walking tour, reading informational panels that explain the steelmaking process and what life was once like for the workers who lived here. Hopefully I can get low enough to even talk to the camera. This is really, really neat. But there being nobody else on the trail other than me is making this feel a little spooky, a little haunted. It's not the vibe I was really thinking about going for, but I don't know, it almost seems sad in a way. These feel like they're just here, they're forgotten, and there's so much history and they've clearly put in a lot of effort into preserving it. It is a Wednesday though, so that could probably be it too. I'm sitting here and there are bugs literally flying in my eyes. I hope it's not a bad omen. But there's some cool stuff back there, and I'm gonna go explore it in a second. I just need to rest and cool off. I have a thing on my phone, like a little, what do you call it? Warning light? Exclamation point? Cautionary point? Whatever it's called. The triangle with the exclamation point. My phone's getting hot. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm just taking a second to cool down. I didn't bring my water. I don't know why I didn't do that. I did see one other person in the park. They were up there on that mound thing, and then they disappeared. They might have been a ghost. Either that or I'm hallucinating from the heat. Not 100% sure on that one. I feel like I'm like a sitting buffet for the mosquitoes right now, so I'm gonna get going. Oh, I just noticed that on the ground here, it looks like there's these dates with special things that were invented. It looks like maybe the whole place is like that. I didn't notice that as I was walking the trail. 1885, the first skyscraper was built in Chicago. That's pretty cool. Joliet Opera House burns down. 1896, Ford builds the automobile. This is like a really stupid fact, but I actually share the same birthday as that guy. My brothers developed the airplane right as one flies over my head. These kind of remind me of giant hamburger patties. I don't know if that's a ruin or something that somebody built so you could get a better view of these ruins. Really sorry if I'm breaking rules. It isn't very clear. I think that that half is a ruin and that's something that somebody built after the fact. By around the turn of the 20th century, there were 2,000 employed at the facility. They were mostly immigrants, coming from Southern and Eastern Europe, hopeful, of course, for making a new life in America. However, it was hard labor. Employees were frequently exposed to toxic fumes, would work for up to 12 hours a day, and be forced to endure temperatures of up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Railroad accidents and asphyxiation were also tough realities workers had to contend with. Death wasn't uncommon. And on top of all of that, what they were being paid was dismal. It's a sobering reminder of the conditions people used to have to work under. Oh no, that just sucks. Somebody vandalized one of the information signs. Come on, guys. Seeing that there is making me realize that maybe, just maybe, this isn't the place I want to be after dark. So I think I'm going to start winding my way back to the car. There's a lot of these, I want to call them caves. I don't want to know what lives in there, what comes out during the night. Ooh. That's some spooky stuff. I really like how when I've got these sunglasses on, I don't have to worry about so much looking at the camera. I can just look at the screen, and because the lenses are like fogged, it looks like I'm looking at the camera. I wish I could do this more often. I hate that it's Casey Neistat's thing. Oh, that's a cool looking dragonfly. Oh, it's like got a white body and its wings are like black. Don't fly away, buddy. Just pose for the shot. No, he's not interested. Just like everyone else I ask to be in these videos. You know, it's really hard to believe that these ruins are only like 100 years old. They're not terribly old. They're not like, you know, ancient old. But you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, can you? I'm gonna go along this path, and it looks like it sweeps around that way over there. It should be cool. I wonder what the workers here would think if they knew that like this was the future. They'd probably be disappointed. Overall, as I'm here right now looking at things and talking, and it's really fresh in the moment for me, I do think this is interesting. It's definitely not like your typical park, I would say, but this is really unique and cool in that you get to go past these ruins and you get these cool trains that really interrupt your audio. But it's cool though. Portions of the facility closed in 1936 due to lack of profitability. Operations ceased entirely by the 1980s, and what was once an industrial powerhouse was left to be reclaimed by nature. Today, it serves as a reminder of the tough life and personal sacrifices that sustained America's Industrial Revolution. Alright, welcome back to the future. Or I guess technically the present. Whatever. So yeah, that was like a really spooky, interesting place to visit. And it's honestly, it's pretty great that the city didn't choose to tear it down and just make like you know, your run-of-the-mill park. I'm gonna say that visiting this place gave me a little bit of a different perspective on, I guess you would call it the Industrial Revolution. I've certainly read about it, but actually going and seeing one of these facilities where steel and iron were made, the very steel and iron that was going into building railroad tracks and other things that require steel and iron, I don't know, it made it all real to me in a way that it necessarily hasn't been before. Now, as always, if you enjoyed this video or even found it kind of interesting, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I really enjoy going to new places and taking you along with me. It's super fun, and hopefully it's informative for you too. Also, be sure to check back next Monday at 12 p.m. Central for my new video. One quick thing, I totally did accidentally climb onto the ruins. I just feel so bad about it because there were literally a half a dozen signs, big red bolded ones, telling you not to do that. If you go there, don't make that mistake. Just stick to the paths with the rails in. Don't think that things that look like they're supposed to be climbed are meant to be climbed. Like, I could have fallen off, and my last words would have been this. I feel like you could have a pretty kick-ass lightsaber battle here.